What is up, guys? Nilo of the Pack here. Today I'm going to be going in reverse order of my top 10 favorite movies of all time. Coming in at number 10 is an awesome little movie that not a lot of people have heard about, but it got really good reviews, Kon-Tiki. Kon-Tiki is essentially this guy going on an expedition to prove his theory. He has to make a raft to survive 100 days with his crew on this raft across this big ocean. Coming in at number 9 is 21 Jump Street. 21 Jump Street was is one of my favorite comedy movies of all time. Just the way they mix their personalities together is just so funny. Constantly you're just laughing, and I just really enjoyed it. So I'm really looking forward to 22 Jump Street, which I've just been seeing previews coming out just recently, so I'm not sure when that's supposed to come out, but I'm really excited for it. Coming in at number 8 is Silver Linings Playbook, another one of the movies that not a lot of people heard about. I saw it like a month before anyone had even heard about it. It has the Hunger Games, there's Jennifer Lawrence in it. It was a really good movie, essentially about these two people with social disorders just coming together and just finding a safe space in each other. Coming in at number 7 is The Hangover, not the second one or the third one. The first one, classic, I just loved it. Hangover, one of my favorite, actually my favorite comedy movie. So if you haven't seen The Hangover, you should definitely go check it out. Unless you're too young, then you probably won't like it because you won't get a lot of the jokes that are in it. Coming in at number 6 is another Jennifer Lawrence movie, The Hunger Games. The Hunger Games is one of my favorite movies. If you don't know what The Hunger Games is, it's essentially just post-apocalyptic. The world had been divided into districts, and each district, to prove allegiance to the capital, has to offer up 2 tributes to go fight in the Hunger Games to the death. And it's just a really interesting storyline. I read all of the books, they were all really good. I'm really excited for the third one to come out, the second movie. It, again, wasn't the best. It definitely could have been a lot better. Coming in at number 5 is The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. I really enjoyed this movie. It just came out really recently, but it's still one of my favorite movies. If you want to see an actual official review of it, you should go check out Chris's video that was posted a couple days ago. In the main storyline, it's essentially this guy who thinks he's happy, but he's really just like not going anywhere in his life, not doing what he hoped to do. He really expected to do a lot more in life, but he doesn't feel like he's done anything interesting, and he constantly like zones out and has these kind of visions of really awesome things that he could do, but he's never actually done anything really awesome. So by the end of the movie, he's going around and doing all these awesome things, really just discovering who he is throughout the movie, and it's just really relatable, especially people my age, so in like the 16s, really developing, trying to decide where you want to be in life. But yeah, so that was just a really good movie. I really enjoyed it. You should definitely go check it out. I think it's still in theaters, so it's not too late. Coming in at number 4 is Ender's Game. I heard the books are really good. The movie was awesome. In particular, my favorite actress is Haley Steinfeld. Haley's just awesome. That's the only word that I can think of right now for some reason. Haley Steinfeld, easily my favorite actress. There's also other actors, major actors in there. If you haven't seen the movie, you should definitely go check it out. It's essentially just in the future, not super far in the future. We're attacked by like aliens, and then we were able to push them back, but the Ender's Game is about Ender leading this attack on the home planet of these aliens, trying to drive them back forever so they don't come back and attack the world again. Haley Steinfeld, on another note, has also been in other movies like True Grit and Ender's Game are the 2 really big ones. She was also just in Romeo and Juliet and a couple more of them. I can't remember what the actual name of the next one that she's in that's coming out, but big fan of her. Awesome. Coming in at number 3 is Oblivion. Oblivion is probably one of my favorite science fiction movies. It's my top 3 movies of all time. Oblivion was awesome. It really just puts science fiction in the light. Like, most of science fiction takes place in the dark, and science fiction is just, for the most part, like dark, like Star Wars. Most of it's in outer space, it's dark, it's just not as happy or upbeat. And while Oblivion is still like not a happy situation, it just brings science fiction into the light and shows like the good that the future of science can bring. So it basically just shows all the really awesome modernity of the future, but after like an apocalyptic event that has happened to the world. And if you haven't seen it, you should definitely go check it out. I'm not going to dive too much into it because this isn't a review, it's just my list of top 10 favorite movies. So if you haven't seen it, you should definitely go check it out. I definitely recommend it. I think it got 5 out of 5 stars in its ratings. Good movie. Number 2 is Avatar. Not The Last Airbender, that was a really disappointing movie, but actual like Avatar, Blue People Avatar. That, another science fiction movie, really awesome. Just one of those movies that just like hacks into your creativity and just makes you wonder and curiosity, just everything. Like, if you can get someone to become curious about something, then you have captured them completely, and that's what that movie does, is it really captures you, brings you in. It was an amazing movie. I loved it. If you haven't seen it, then you're just a really sad person. You should definitely go see it if you haven't. Like, if you don't know what the movie is for some reason, it's essentially just, we're going to this other planet and we've set up like a small colony on it, and there's this rare element, I guess, that's really worth a lot of money, and we're going there to like mine that element, but there are also this indigenous population, and these guys have to go in and either make friends with the indigenous population by getting into an avatar, which is like a recreation of the body of an indigenous person, and they just link brains with the avatar, and you can control the indigenous people with your brain, and that's really cool. And then you just go and interact with them and try to get them to become friends with you and allow you to go to their land and dig it up. Or the other option is to like destroy them with guns and missiles and everything, which obviously isn't the best case scenario. So the goal of this team is to make peace with these people and get them to move off of their land so the humans can get the ores so we don't have to destroy the entire civilization. And finally, coming in at number 1, my favorite movie of all time is Inception. Inception was just one of those mind explode movies, like what just happened movies, where you watch the movie 4 or 5 times and you're like, I still don't know what just happened, but you still want to watch it again. Like, every time you just catch things that you didn't catch in the last time you watched it. And personally, I've watched Inception like a million times. Yeah, a million times. I think that sounds about right. The idea behind Inception, it's another kind of science fiction movie, kind of like just thriller movie, but basically you go into a dream and you can implant an idea into another person through dreams, and then in the real life, that idea that you've implanted into their brain while they're dreaming can affect their real world decisions. So the goal of these guys in Inception is to go into this really rich person's mind and implant an idea to get him to like shut down his father's company that he's just taken because his father's died. So his father's died and he's just taken over this really big company, and the opposition have hired these people to go into his mind while he's sleeping and alter his decision to dissolve the entire company, so the first company that hired them will have like a monopoly on whatever it is they're doing. I can't remember, it wasn't a very big part of the plot, but anyways, it's really awesome. There's a lot more to it than I'm able to say because I still don't know what happened. It's just, what kind of movie? But really, if you haven't seen that movie, then you haven't lived. I know Chris hasn't seen that movie. He clearly hasn't lived. I'm gonna get him to watch it, and I think that's texting me right now. So, to recap, all of those movies, top 10 favorite movies, you have to see them if you haven't already. They're awesome. Check them out. Yes. Good. Movies. Best. So thank you for watching this video. I hope it wasn't too boring. It's kinda long. I'll probably edit it down. So as I just said, thank you for watching. Make sure to like this video, share it with your friends, get them to subscribe, favorite it, leave your comments down below. If you have a personal favorite movie that wasn't in this top 10 list, make sure to leave that as a comment down below. I will see you guys next time, and take care.